Dear students, good morning. In the last class, I will discuss about the executive powers of president. Today, I am going to discuss about the legislative power of president. You know that president is an important part of parliament, but he is not a member of either house of the parliament. President enjoy some important legislative powers. So, for your better understanding, I classified the legislative powers of president in 6 points. The first point is to summon and prorogue the session of the parliament. First point is summon and prorogue the session of the parliament. That means the president has the power to summon and prorogue the session of the parliament. The president may dissolve the Lok Sabha according to Article 85, and he can declare the re-election for the Lok Sabha. Again, the president can call a joint session of parliament, joint session of the both houses of the parliament in case of deadlock on non-money bill. The second point is to send message and address the parliament. Second point is to send message and address the parliament. The president has the power to send message and address the parliament. President delivers an address to a joint session of the both houses of the parliament. Both houses of the parliament in the first session of every year. Again, the president can send message to the parliament. Next point is to give assent to the bill. That means no bill passed by the parliament can become an act without the assent of the president. In case of non-money bill, the president may withhold. The president may give his assent or withhold it or return the bill to the parliament for reconsideration. But if the parliament re-adopted the bill, the president cannot withhold his assent in the bill. In case of money bill, the president is bound to give his assent to the bill passed by the parliament. Next number is to issue an ordinance. The president can issue an ordinance when the parliament is not in session. An ordinance has a force of law. The ordinance will remain in power or remain in force for 6 weeks after the session of the parliament begins again. Next number is nominating power. The president has the power to nominate 2 members to the Lok Sabha. That means the president has the power to nominate 2 members to the lower house of the parliament. That is called Lok Sabha from Anglo-Indian community. Again, the president can nominate 12 members to the upper house of parliament, that is the Rajya Sabha, from amongst persons who have practical knowledge and who has special knowledge and practical experience of arts, science, literature and social services. Next point is veto power. The President of India has the veto power. The President enjoys 3 types of veto. That means the President has 3 types of veto power. Number 1, absolute veto, number 2 suspensive veto, number 3 and pocket veto. Now question arises, what is veto power? Veto power is a special power of president through which he can reject a bill passed by the parliament except money bill. So this is some most important legislative powers of president. Now question arises, is the president is a part and parcel of parliament? That means if the president is a part of the parliament, that means the president is a part of the parliament. Again, is the president is a member of either house of the parliament? Answer is no, the president is not the member of either houses of the parliament. Another question is, how many members nominate to the Lok Sabha by the president and from whom? That the answer is, the president nominate 2 members to the Lok Sabha, that is the lower house of Indian parliament, from Anglo-Indian community. Another question arises, how many members nominate by the president to the upper house of Indian parliament? The answer is, the president nominate 12 members to the upper house, that means to the Rajya Sabha, from amongst persons who have special knowledge and practical experience on arts, science, literature and social service. Next power function of president is judicial powers. It has been said earlier that the president has the power to appoint the chief justice and other judges of the Supreme Court and High Courts. The president can dismiss the judges of the Supreme Court and High Court on the recommendation of the Union Parliament. The judicial powers of the president constitute his prerogative of mercy. That means the president of India has the power to pardon offenders or reprieve or suspend or commute their sentences. So this is the that means the president has the power to pardon any offenders. The president can reprieve or suspend or commute their sentences. So this is the most important judicial power of the president. So in the next video, I will discuss about the financial power and emergency power of president. Thank you.